Kojak.
Welcome to Tea Time with Kojak. And now your host, Kojak.
Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Kojak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba, every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. Good shot there, Beamer. Well, this is some lovely momentum to take into the tournament, coming off a last start win, Rich.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the player is firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
That's a pretty handy shot. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. This one's for birdie.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. And that's an opening hole par for this player.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
The second at TPC Summerlin is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with a 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take 1 club less into this green as it will release down the slope. That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. From around 140 yards here. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Pretty good shot there.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. This has eyes for the hole. Well, nice to drop a putt of that length. Well done. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
The wind is at their back on this one.
Outstanding approach shot. And after that hole, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. The third hole at TPC Summerlin is a very strong par 4 measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way. That's heading for the fairway. The third hole at TPC Summerlin has been converted from a par 5 down to a 4, Rich, which makes his second shot much tougher.
Second shot across the ravine to a green that's surrounded by bunkers. Should you find the green in 2, 2 putts from there will be just fine, but watch out. Big numbers abound should you start missing this green out to the right.
Opting for the 6 iron. Good sounding strike, that one. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
13 feet to the hole.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Like the look of this one. Ooh. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Just need to pull the putter back a little bit further, I think.
I hate to use the word choke, Luke, but that's exactly what happened there. A flat-out choke.
And that brings to an end that hole. He's currently tied for 15th.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
The fourth at TPC Summerlin is a pretty straightaway par 4 measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole, just be accurate on approach. This one might just sneak off the fairway. Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
The perfect lie in the sand doesn't exist. Oh, yes, it does. It's sitting good.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Yeah, that one pulled straight off the blade. That's disappointing. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. This would be a great up and down. Ooh, wouldn't that have been nice? Let's see if we can make this and keep the par on the card.
They've got this to pull ahead of Bubba. This rivalry is heating up today.
So far, so good.
And in she goes. That's a good save.
It was off the tee with their tee shot. Nice save indeed.
Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The fifth at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. Looks to be going with the 6 iron.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
And how about that for confidence? Going right at the pin here in the midst of their rivalry with Bubba Watson. Love seeing that sort of play.
And this putt to move into the top 10.
It starts off on a good line.
Well, that'll play, and that will take him to 1 under. He's currently tied for 10th. The 6th at TPC Summerlin is a snaking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. Well played, mate.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
That's a great shot into birdie range here at the 6th.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, balata golf balls, and blades. And I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie. Great shot. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
And from about 105 yards.
That should find the surface. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
And here we are with the 3rd shot.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
And back to the play, shall we? Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. Well, that's a nice line. Fair effort, that. Good birdie. I will take that. Also into the top 5 now. Just one off the lead after that hole. The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3 playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. This one looks like it'll safely make the green. Good shot there.
There's a long way, but I tell you what, I've seen it happen before, so there's a chance.
It was on a good line. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Currently a couple under for the round. The 9th at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt. That's some good golf right there.
Yeah, they're planning an aggressive play here, guys. Going for it in 2.
Going with a 3-wood here. That might be one club too many. Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Oh, it'd be nice to make this putt. This is for eagle. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 3 under. And now to Bubba Watson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade.
Oh yeah, that's huge. Oh, that celebration, that's a little spicy. I don't know if these two are going to be talking now.
Well, a lovely position for this player, Rich. Tied for the lead as they make the turn.
Yeah, exciting position, isn't it? You'd rather have the lead on your own, but listen, tied for the lead. Pretty good spot to be in. They're going to have to work to earn this victory.
It's like they got all of that one. That's on a good line.
How much did the win last week give them the confidence to perhaps pull it off again here and go back-to-back?
A massive win last week, looking to double up again this week. I got to say, they're building off all the good things they did last week. A win could definitely happen. This one is all over it.
That's inside the house of opportunity.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
Oh, get in.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? An opportunity to make their par.
Currently at -3 for the round.
Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green. Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. As we test ourselves here in the closing night at TPC Summerlin, what's the second shot into 11 like?
It's a very unfriendly second shot. This green sits above the fairway a good 4 to 5 feet. If you hit it long, you've got no hope of getting it up and down. A very scary shot, to say the least. If you walk away from a par here, happy days. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
16 feet to the hole.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
What a putt. Started this perfectly.
Putting for par. And down it goes. Let's head to the next.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, that is brilliant. A bonus birdie.
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4, 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. That's nicely done. Sitting at -3, currently tied for first place. Oh, that one's straight at the pipe. Just putting on a ball striking clinic, it seems, today, Rich.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently in 5th place.
Kojak.
And tidy looking shot, that one.
Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
Looking good so far.
Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. He's currently tied for first. The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you're giving yourself the right number because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. Two wins so far this season. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Getting ready to play their third. He's currently tied for the lead.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Surely it's going to.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson,
He's currently in third place.
playing their fifth shot.
Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
Saving one there after being all over the parking lot, chipping in for the par.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. The 14th at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3 playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Terrific shot and a chance for birdie coming up here at the 14th.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
That will work, and that will take him to 6 under. Still in the lead now after that hole. The 15th at TPC Summerlin is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. Well, well played. Second shot here on the 15th. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Sitting at 4 under for the day. Currently tied for second.
Yes! Hold it! And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. It's just about 3 feet away.
Little birdie look in here.
It's half a chance of being holed, this one. Now 2 shots up after that one.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
The 16th at TPC Summerlin is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. A par 5 playing 560 yards. A well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you got enough club because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well because getting down from over the back is not that easy.
They're thinking of going for this one, guys.
Going with the 5-wood. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
That one raced by. Bit of work coming back.
Chance to move to 8 under here.
This one's looking good.
Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. And that will take him to 8 under. Our current leader is up by 3 shots.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
The 17th at TPC Summerlin is a downhill par 3 playing 196 yards. Jonathan Bird once famously holed out in the playoff here to snatch the title. The green shapes right to left towards the hazard, so make sure if you're going to go for it, be very accurate. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Should find the green here. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watt.
Oh, what a touch of class. Holds it from the sand. Okay, let's get back to the action.
Henny's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup.
Kojak.
Oh, just missed. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Just 3 feet to the cup. Okay, let's head to the next.
And a quick look at the leaderboard has this player currently in first spot, with Tony Finau second.
The 18th at TPC Summerlin is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green.
And tee shot looks pretty good.
Rich, take me through the final approach here at TPC Summerlin.
This green is very long and yet very narrow. It is tough to get the judgment with your second shot spot on pin high wise. However, there's still chances to make a birdie should you need one to win the tournament.
Going with the 8-iron here. This one's going right at the pin here. Oh, that one had eyes for the flag the whole way. Wow, what a shot. And this putt is for a final score of 62.
And it's fair to say that this player ran the tables this week, Rich, and came up trumps in Las Vegas. Look at your Shriners Children's Open winner.
And nobody on the PGA Tour will be shining quite as brightly as this player the rest of the evening here in Las Vegas.
This is impressive. To win out here on tour is a big deal, but to go back-to-back, Rich, how significant is that?
Luke, winning once on the PGA Tour is difficult enough. To win back-to-back weeks, that's reserved for just the top players in the game.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elving. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
The following has been a Kojak 313 gaming production. Distributed by Recom, a division of the Reese Design Group.
Recom.
Kojak.